Hello everybody and happy Friday. Sorry for the noise in the background here. Sorry, I've got my work computer at home and someone was calling me on it, so I just had to pause that. Who calls during lunch, right? Anyway, happy Friday. I first want to start off and apologize. I missed the last couple of Facebook Live Fridays. I was busy camping. And yeah, sorry, so my work computer is acting up right now. So anyway, I was camping. I love camping. It is one of my favorite hobbies, so I do love to stamp, and I've told you guys I love to garden, but I also like to go camping. It's my favorite, so that's what I've been doing. I am not camping this weekend, which is why I'm here with you live, but I'll just give you a heads up. I am gone again next weekend, so we won't have Facebook Live. I'll maybe try and schedule a live for another day, but I'll post that on my Facebook and give you guys a heads up. So I've got a really fun card for you today. I've been playing with the What's Cooking bundle from the new annual catalog. It is so adorable and fun. I love it. And yeah, I follow this blog hop. It's called Freshly Made Sketches, and every week they put out a new sketch challenge. So I used last week's sketch actually to design this card. So I highly recommend you follow their page so that you get the notices. It gives you some great ideas for cards. They have lots of different sketch layouts, so that you can basically use any stamp set to do this layout. So I highly recommend you check them out. Again, it's called freshlymadesketches.com. I would subscribe, and then that's a great way to use some of your product and get ideas on how to use your product. So I'll go through my card with you. Before we do, I just want to make sure that you guys have the June hostess code for this month. If you are going to be placing an order under $200, make sure you use this hostess code when placing your order, because then I will enter your name into a draw to win the hostess benefits for this month. Okay? Alright, so, and while I've got the screen up and before we move on, I just want to give you guys all a heads up. Starting July 1st, there is going to be a DSP sale. It'll be 15% off select DSP. So make sure you watch my page for that. I'll post about it, and I'll post which DSP packages will be on sale, okay? Alright, so let's get into this little card here. So this is the card that we are going to be making. It says happiness is homemade, and then on the inside it says for you. How cute is this little card? And this uses the What's Cooking stamp set, as well as the coordinating dies. Okay, so to make this card, you're going to want to start with a basic A4 card layout. This measures 8.5 inches by 5.5 inches, and it's scored at 4 1/4. So I am just going to fold it in half, and I'm going to take my bone folder and burnish that score line. Okay. And now I've got some of this DSP. What is this DSP called? Oh, Bloom Where You're Planted DSP. It's got this really cute brick pattern in that package of DSP. And you're just going to glue it to the right side of your card. And I am going to use some Stampin' Seal to do that. And you just go like this. Perfect. And so I've just glued that. So this strip measures 1 inch by 5 inches. And so I've just kind of lined it up. So I've got about I'm off a little bit, but about 1/4 of an inch all the way on the 3 sides here. And you'll attach it to the front of your card. And now I've taken our now retired 2 1/4 inch circle punch, and I've punched out a basic white circle using this punch. Now, if you didn't get a chance to get this when it was available, you could use any one of our die sets. We've got some circle dies out right now that would work great for this. You could choose any size you want. So, but I just went with the 2 1/4 inch circle. And I'm going to decorate this circle essentially. So I've already die cut out this cute little cutting board. This was cut out using some soft suede cardstock. And it's just using this die here. And I don't know if you can see in the camera there, this actually embosses like this wood grain onto your little cutting board. So that's pretty neat. And to attach this, I am just going to use some mono multi-glue. And I'm going to go down to about there. I'm only going to put that portion on my card, or on my circle, sorry. So I'm going to put it just like that. So you can see I don't have any glue. I put some glue just where it's going to sit on the circle. And then I'm going to add this cute little spatula. And so on this card I used our Coastal Cabana. And for this card, I am using Highland Heather, just because I wanted to make something a little different. And I'm going to stick this down right here. Again, I'm just going to use my mono multi-glue. Now the layout for this card was very simple. It was basically a strip here and a circle with a sentiment. So that's exactly what I'm doing. That's why I highly recommend subscribing to that website, just because it'll help you get some ideas when you're stamping. Alright, now I've got this little, I don't know what you call this. So it's like, I'll call it a mixing spoon. So I've cut out the mixing spoon from a piece of crumb cake. And then I've also cut out this piece from a piece of basic white cardstock. And I'll show you why I didn't care that it was cut off there. I'm just going to get my scissors and I'm just going to cut off the white portion, because that's the only portion I need for this card. And we'll put a little glue, if I can get my glue going, there we go. And we'll put this on the top. And this is how you kind of get like a two-toned die piece, is you just cut out multiple images and then you stick them together. So perfect. So now I've got this cute little like mixing spoon. And I'm going to glue that right here. So I'm just going to again get some mono multi-glue. I like using mono multi-glue with little things like this because not only can you get a thin line, but there's also a little give so that if you don't quite get it where you want it, you can move it around a little. There we go, so stick that down like that. And then I've also die cut out this cute little whisk, again using some Highland Heather. And I'm just going to put some glue, mono multi-glue, on the handle. Ooh, we got a little too much right there. There we go. And glue that down. Perfect. And now I am going to attach this to the front of my card using some dimensionals. Just like this. And I'm going to stick it sort of in the center, I guess, is where I'm going to stick it. Perfect, just like that. Okay, I'm going to put this glue away so it doesn't dry out. Now I've got a strip of basic white cardstock that just measures 1/2 inch wide. And I'm going to get my stamp. I'm going to get a clear block here, my long clear block. And I am going to get out the stamp that says "Happiness is Homemade." And I'll use some Memento ink. I'm going to stamp it towards the right side of my scrap piece of paper, just like so. And use my chamois and I'll clean off my stamp so that I don't wreck it. Oh, my chamois is drying up. I'll have to put some more water on it. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and I'm going to snip off at a little angle there. This piece I can throw out. This one I'm going to keep. And I'm going to attach this to the bottom of my card here using a couple of dimensionals as well. So let me just pull my dimensionals out again. Just like so. And we'll stick it down. Okay, And to finish off the front of the card, I am going to get out some rhinestone basic jewels. It looks like I'm going to have to order some more. I'm just about out. And using my take your pick tool, I'm just going to pop on a few pieces of bling. Gosh, I said that and it reminds me of that movie Office Space where Jennifer Aniston is working at that restaurant and she has to wear pieces of flair. So in this case it's pieces of bling. Okay, so now for the inside of the card, I'm gonna stamp some images as well as my cute little greeting. So I'm gonna start with the greeting. So I'm gonna put this stamp away here first. There's this cute little for you image and I'm gonna pop that on a block and ink it up. And I'm just going to put it sort of in the center here. And I'll clean off my stamp and put it away. And I'm going to need a slightly bigger block here, so I'm going to get one of those out. I'm still going to need my Memento ink pad. And I'm going to get this little mixing bowl. I really like these images because they're distinctive stamps, so they've kind of got some like shading already on them. I'm going to be stamping in black, so it'll be a black and gray mixing bowl, just like that. So stamping it in the bottom right hand corner, and cleaning off my stamp. Always make sure you clean off your stamps between stamping so that they last a long time for you. Okay, and now I'm also going to use this little wooden spoon, which is also distinctive, so it'll match my little mixing bowl. And I'll pop that down here just like this and clean it off. Put everything away. We've got to tidy up. I always, everybody always asks me how my craft room is so clean, and that's because I don't leave things out. As I'm stamping, I'll put them away. And it definitely helps. So I'm just going to clean up a little bit. Okay, so now to attach this to the inside of my card, I am just going to use this stamping seal. Or stamping seal. Oh gosh, tongue twister today. No, you don't do a couple of Facebook Lives and then it's like everything goes wrong that could. Like I get a work phone call. Can't pronounce things. So I put some Stampin' Seal on there and then I'm just going to line it up. This piece on the inside just measures 4 inches by 5 1/4, so you're going to have a nice 1/8 inch border all the way around. And there you go. How easy is that? You could do this with any stamp set. All you need, like I said, I used that sketch from Freshly Made Sketches, and the sketch was just this rectangular on the side, a circle in the middle, and a sentiment. So in this circle you could use anything. I am going to try, I'll have to post it, I'm going to try doing a card with this same layout using the Hey Chick bundle because we only have just a few days left before you can get that. So the last day that you can get the Hey Chick bundle is June 30th. So I'm going to make sure I use it and post some cards using that stamp set and die set as well. But anyway, I hope you guys love this card. This is a quick little tutorial today because I am off to get my second vaccine. So excited. I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend and you get to enjoy this gorgeous weather we're going to be having here in Edmonton. Happy stamping, everybody!